Hello, viewers. Welcome to your favorite show, Mother and Daughter Relationships. Today, we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and I'm so excited. And remember, I'm your host, Mandy Manyaruke. Today, I am joined by a retired education officer, a mamapreneur. She's a farmer, a director, and CEO of amazing enterprises. And guess what? She is also my mother, Mrs. Ava Nyagato. Welcome to the show, Mama.
Thank you so much.
It is such an honor to share this experience with you and just talk to other mothers and their daughters there. And just having you on board just makes it very, very exciting.
I'm also delighted.
So remember, viewers, I once told you that I was married at the age of 19, and today I've brought my mom so that we can talk to other mothers and their daughters and talk about my journey and share about how she felt and the whole experience that we had. Mama, let's jump straight into it. Let the viewers know what your emotions were and your thought process that very moment when you received the news that last born, that daughter that you had high expectations of, who was about to go to law school on top of that, was pregnant. What was that like for you?
I don't want to lie to you. It was devastating. It was a bitter pill to swallow. Even the whole family, you wouldn't have any shoulder to lean on. The father was also devastated. The brother, the only brother, was bitter. He didn't think Mendi would go that way. Mendi would take that path. Because Mendi was a very open little girl who could say anything to anyone. Daddy, this and that is my friend. This one is only a friend. So we thought everything is going to be as open and as straight. We never knew that one day the path will go the other direction.
Oh, yes.
So we sank into that.
Left.
Yes.
Things did go left.
It wasn't easy.
I remember, I don't know who told me this was it. I know it was you some years later, and they were sharing Daddy's emotions with me. They were saying Daddy, the only thing that Daddy was saying was, not my Amanda. She's too intelligent for this. Which was really, and to me, I really took that as the deepest expression of pain.
You didn't expect the Mendi that he knew to do that. I remember at school, at primary school, you used to recite speeches, poems, and I remember, don't be a statistic.
Oh, yes, Girl Child Network.
Yes.
I was the president of Girl Child Network, I remember.
You were on top. So you just relax and say, no, this one is done.
Oh, my God.
So the father didn't know what really happened to my Mendi. You always ask that. And Tinashe would also ask, what happened to my best friend?
Oh, yes. I remember.
So it was not easy.
And when we're looking at that, at the devastation and, the going through the disappointment, I remember that at some point at church, you were a youth leader as well. And at some point, you were also a church warden.
Yes.
And, they're very high expectations. You're telling other people's children to abstain. Yes. You're telling other people's children to, preserve themselves. And then it happens right under your roof. It's only now when my daughter is growing older as well that I'm beginning to understand how difficult that moment must have been for you.
Yes.
And take us through the pressure that came with the society. What was that like? You've explained to us within the home. Now take us through outside the home.
Outside the home wasn't easy also, but I could evade some of the situations. Being a leader, there was that natural gap with the flow.
Oh, yes.
So it kept me aloof, and I didn't want to hear. So it was easy for me to run away from my friends who would want to say, did you hear? Because I was the last person to know. Whenever I learned that, whenever anything happens about you, you are the last person to know.
That is so true.
But I didn't really say, I'm not going to church. What am I going to say to the reverend? about Mendi. What are the mothers saying? I didn't tremble. It was an inner pain. It didn't affect my physical per se, but it was inside me that was hurt. So the surroundings, it seemed as if everything is normal.
Everything is normal.
Yes, when we got home, it's like Z. No news. What would you talk about? If you want to say something, it will link to that one.
That.
So at church, I remember a few friends came just to blow the
Yeah.
whistle in different ways. But I'll just say, oh, that's it. Why don't you
Wow.
I have 2 elder daughters, yes, sisters, who were formally married after career and all the steps followed. So who am I to have the 100%? And I just thought, all right, this is the 1% that I should have. That's my portion. I'll deal with it.
Wow.
So I embraced it. Like, it's okay, God. It's okay. People also go through these things. Now it's my turn.
You know, like I said before, at that moment when we were going through all that, I think I was a child.
You were.
Because the way that I viewed it, I didn't understand what the fuss was about.
Yes.
And I don't think I even had an understanding.
You took it
Of-
so easy.
I just thought, why are people
Yes.
being so fussy?
Yes.
I'm getting married after all.
Oh, yeah.
And, there's nothing to be fussy about.
Yes.
But I think that actually highlights how very young, very
Oh, yeah.
immature
You were.
I was. Because if I was mature, I would have known what exactly I was getting into.
Yes.
But I think the mindset that I had was just that this is my friend. We've been friends for the longest time.
Yes.
And now we're going to be living together. We're going to be
excited
Mahumbe.
about your marriage.
Yes. To me, anga aturi mahumbe.
Yes.
And I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea of the depth
Oh, yeah.
of
Even
what
the
marriage
repercussions,
really exactly.
the effects.
I had no
Of
idea.
that,
I had no
yes.
idea because we had a whole plan. We knew. He was like, no, my wife, you go to school. You as if it's going to be that easy having a child, going to school, being financially stable,
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
just
yeah.
keeping the home, being a homekeeper, being a wife, and all that. We didn't have that clear mindset, and that made it. I think it made it more swift.
Swift, easier,
For
and
me.
comfortable, even for us. When a child does something wrong in life that disturbs the whole family or the surroundings.
Let me hold you right there, mommy.
Okay.
We are going for a break and we're going to come back and go further with this discussion. Stay tuned.